Hello friend, this is Rupa Yadav. Today I come with my video thyroid gland and thyroid cancer. So friends, those who are not subscribed my channel, so go to my YouTube channel and just subscribe my medic suggestion and also press the bell icon. And if you have any doubt, any comments, you go to my comment box and also press the bell icon. So, friends, today I will discuss about thyroid gland and thyroid cancer. So, what's the purpose of the thyroid gland? The thyroid gland is a gland in the neck in front of our windpipe below the Adam's apple. It's shaped like a butterfly. It's got a lobe on the right side, a lobe on the left side, with a breeze of the tissue connecting with the two. The gland produces a hormone called a thyroxine. The thyroid gland is a part of the endocrine system which regulates hormones in the body. The thyroid gland absorbs iodine from the bloodstream to produce thyroid hormone, which regulate a person's metabolism. The windpipe joined by a narrow strip of the tissue called the isthmus. A healthy tissue, a healthy thyroid gland is a palpable, which means that it's hard to touch. A swollen or enlarged thyroid gland is called a goiter, which may be caused when a person does not get enough iodine under the circumstances caused by the other reason, that is, if a tumor develop in thyroid, it is felt as a lump in the neck. The thyroxine, which is necessary for the metabolism, that is, it's help the cells function at the right speed. So if too much of the hormone is produced, the cells work faster, the blood starts working faster, or if too little is produced, the body slow down. There are generally two sides of the disorder that can be associated with the thyroid gland. One, as I mentioned earlier, too much as the hormone can be produced, which is called as overactive thyroid. So too little, that is an underactive thyroid. These problems are generally dealt with by the GPs, or sometimes they are referred to a separate group of consultant called endocrinologists. We as a thyroid surgeon get involved if there is a swelling of the thyroid gland, which are sometimes called a goiter, or if there is a nodule within the thyroid gland, and we are normally recommend surgery. If there are symptoms due to the size of the thyroid gland, due to increase in the size, or if there is any concern that the swelling could be malignant. What are the early symptoms of the thyroid cancer? It's a common for people with a thyroid cancer to have few or no symptoms or sign. A symptom is something that only the person experiencing it can identify and describe, such as fatigue, nausea, or pain. A sign is something that other people can identify and measure, such as a fever, rash, or on elevated pulse. Together, sign and symptom can help describe a medical problem Thyroid cancer are often diagnosed by a routine examination of the neck during a general physical exam. They are unintentionally found by X-ray or other imaging scan that were performed for other reason. People with a thyroid cancer may experience the following symptoms or signs. Sometimes people with a thyroid cancer, we do not have any of the sign and symptom that is the cause of the symptoms, or the sign may be medical condition that is not cancer. A such example like a lump in the front of neck near the Adam's apple. Second, the hoarseness may be present. Third, swollen glands in the neck area. Fourth, difficulty swelling after meal or taking meal while taking meal. Difficulty breathing and pain in the throat or neck. And a cough that persists and it not caused by a cold. Most patients with a thyroid cancer present with a painless lump in the region of the thyroid gland that is below the Adam's apple. Generally in the midline or the occasionally on one side or the other of the midline. Occasionally the thyroid cancer within the thyroid itself may be too small or to be visible. And patient may present with a swelling of the lymph gland, or in that case patient will present with a swelling on the side of the neck rather than around the midline. And then once we investigate the swelling in the lymph gland, we realize that it is actually arising from a teeny cancer within the thyroid gland. If you are concerned about any changes you experience, please talk with your doctor. Your doctor will ask how long and how often you have been experiencing the symptoms. In addition to other question, that is to the help figure out the cause of the problem called diagnosis. Yeah, diagnose. Or these all symptoms may be caused by the thyroid cancer. Other thyroid problem like goiter or a condition not related to the thyroid such as an infection. If cancer is diagnosed, reducing symptoms remains an important part of cancer care and treatment. That is palliative care or supportive care. It is started soon after diagnosis and continued throughout term treatment. Be we talk with your health faculties or team about the symptom which you experience, including any new symptoms or change in symptoms. So so next guys, we are talking about that the all lump in the neck are cause for cancer. One must remember through that the majority of the thyroid lump that are seen are benign, but we often investigate them by doing an ultrasound scan or sometime a test called FNAC, a small biopsy with a needle to ensure that we doesn't miss an early malignancies. The most common cause of neck lump are swollen lymph glands in the neck as a result at any minor infection or inflammation in the head and neck region. It could be skin abrasion or a common cold. We all have hundreds of lymph glands in the neck and they swell up. As a result of any infection or inflammation, but any lump in the neck that persists for more than about 3 to 4 weeks, or any lump which is growing in the size without any obvious signs or inflammation or infection, should be investigated further. Now we are discuss about the risk factor of the what was the risk factor of the thyroid glands. A risk factor is anything that increase a person's chance of developing cancer, although right risk factor often influence the development of cancer, must do not directly cause cancer. Some people with a several risk factor will develop cancer, while others with no known risk factor do. Knowing your risk factor and talking about them with your doctor maybe help you make more informed lifestyle and healthcare choices. The factor may rise a person's risk of developing thyroid cancer. That is, we are discuss in three topics. We are gender, age, or genetics. These are the factor. Now the first point, gender. The women are diagnosed with 3 of every 4 thyroid cancer. And the second point is age, which is the factor of thyroid gland or thyroid cancer. That is, thyroid cancer can occur at any age, but about 2 to third of all cases are found in people between the ages of 20 and 55. Anaplastic thyroid cancer is usually diagnosed after age 60. Older infants, that is 10 months and older baby, and adolescents can oncogene mutation. And the third most point was that is genetic. Some types of thyroid cancer are associated with a genetic, that is some key facts about the disease, genes and family history. Now the first point, a family history of MTC increase a person's risk. Second point, people with MEN2 syndrome are also at a risk for developing other type of cancer. The third point, a family history of precancerous polyps in the colon called the large intestine increase the risk of developing papillary thyroid cancer. Exposure to radiation or radiation exposure. Exposure to moderate level of radiation to the head and neck may increase the risk of papillary and follicular thyroid cancer. Such sources of exposure, that is low dose of moderate dose X-ray treatment used before 1950 to treat children with acne, tonsillitis and other head and neck problems. Radiation therapy for Hodgkin's lymphoma or other form of lymphoma in the head and neck. Next point, exposure to radioactive iodine called I-131 or RAI, especially in childhood. Race is also a factor in which the white people that and Asian people are more likely to develop thyroid cancer, but this disease can affect a person of any race or ethnicity. Breast cancer also a factor of the thyroid gland or thyroid cancer. A recent study, if we saw that the breast cancer survivor who have higher risk of thyroid cancer, particularly in the first 5 years after diagnosis, and for those diagnosis with a breast cancer at a younger age, this finding continue to be examining by the researchers. And the last most important point, that is what happened during thyroid cancer surgery. The operation is done under general anesthesia. We either remove one half of the thyroid gland or entire gland based on the underlying condition. An incision is made in one of the lower neck skin area so that ten scar is hidden within the skin cases. These are a lot of important structure around the thyroid gland, may blood vessels that supply the gland and important nerves. And we take care of carefully identify these structure. The blood vessels are all carefully identified and tied off. Special attention is given to preserve some important nerves in the neck which are closely related to the thyroid gland. These nerves supply the voice box and make the vocal cord move. We gently separate these nerves from the gland and the gland is removed. Small drainage tubes are inserted into the neck which drain away any excess fluid after the surgery, and these tubes are generally removed after 24 to 48 hours. The wound is closed either with dissolvable stitches or sometimes with a skin clips, or the scar generally heal well. In the post-operative period, patient may experience some discomfort or pain in the neck, and this can be controlled with a painkillers. If the entire thyroid gland is removed, we tend to monitor the calcium level after the surgery. Back, there are teeny glands very close to the thyroid gland which maintain the calcium level of the body, and they may be bruised during the procedure, and the calcium level could drop in the small percent of patient. Once we are content that the calcium level are normal, and once the drainage tube are out, the patient can 90 home usually 1 to 3 days after the surgery. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you like my video. Thank you.